This is why your makeup doesn't look like skin. It's because you're trying to perfect and even out everything. And that's exactly when it stops looking real. Now, most makeup is not wrong, but it don't look like skin. It's because we've been taught to perfect everything and even out our skin and erase any the slightest imperfections. But skin is not even and is not perfect, which is what makes it believable. I'll show you two approaches. One perfected and even, the other one is more selective. Now, this is my skin before any makeup. I've just used my moisturizer. You can see it's got depth, it's got structure, slightly color differences. Now, how we start, like everyone starts, I'm going to use my favorite foundation. I'm going to put maybe 2.5 pumps and apply a thin layer all over. I try to erase any imperfections and make it even and perfected. It's a light to medium coverage foundation I like using. And just apply a layer, an even layer all over. Across my eyelids too. Making sure I truly cover up any imperfections. Now, to perfect this even further, I'm going to use my concealer for the under eye area. Around the nose. The chin. Now look, it's even and smooth. At the same time, it doesn't read like skin anymore. It's makeup. Actually, you know, products that we are used, they can last for months or even years. And the amount that we need is actually rather tiny. So I'm going to change my strategy and I'm not going to use more products. It's not about less or more, but I'm going to look at my face and I'm going to look at parts which are okay and I can leave it as it is and work it in my makeup, and parts I would like to slightly correct. I'm using the same foundation, the same brush. Now, where can I do with a little enhancement? For sure, around the nose a little bit. Just applying a small layer. Chin. I can lift my lips a little bit here some sun discoloration. Tiny bit on the side. And forehead. Now for the under eye, I'm going to use my concealer. Just to brighten up my eye a little bit. I'm leaving my eyelids as it is to lift up my eye a tiny bit on the corner. And I have a little shadow there which I could correct. Now I have a couple of spots I could just correct punctually without covering anything more. Just a little bit. Maybe a little bit more here. And to be honest, I'm leaving the rest. Now, I hope you can see the difference. This side is pretty perfect and even and polished. This side, although it's not perfect, but look, it's really like real skin. Although I use makeup, it looks fresh though. So it's really not about using less or more makeup. It's just placing your makeup strategically, making decisions where your face needs it. And where it doesn't, you can just leave it out. I'm going to finish this makeup. I'm going to apply a little bit of blush. Mixing here lip tint with my with my foundation, what I had. I'm going to apply the blush exactly on the same way on both sides. I'm going to blend it seamlessly, as seamlessly I can. Just for a little contrast, I'm going to use mascara. Okay, and just to complete this look, I'm going to use a lip balm. Now I added a little bit of color and a little lip balm. I'm going to powder just where I don't want shine. I set my makeup. Now look, one side is even and perfected and smooth. The other side looks more like real skin. It's got a couple of slight imperfections, but this is exactly what makes it real. When it's completely perfect, then it just reads totally artificial. Now, you see, this is where your makeup application and your makeup shifts from a simple process to a decision making. When you know exactly what you're doing and you know why you are doing it and deciding what works for your face and what your face needs. You see, makeup doesn't start with products. It really starts with seeing and deciding.